Service numbers are 572-0383 and 572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Our drive is next with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Paradise, and Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency. At JJ's Paradise, we are now offering day pass specials for adults at a cost of $75 EC and children just $45 EC, which includes pool access, one free drink, lunch, buffet style, and dessert ice cream. Children over 12 years will pay the adult price. Book a room for an additional $165 EC from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call JJ's Paradise at 721-7693. That's 721-7693. And book a day pass package at JJ's Paradise today. Towels are not provided.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Rambali's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballysfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Rambali's,
we care.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, and also on DBS Television. Thank you so much for joining us on Hard Drive today, Tuesday, the 15th of July. My name is Andre Paul, the co-host. To my immediate right, none other than the lovely Keena. Keena, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre Paul. How are you? Good morning, Paul. How are you doing?
I'm feeling it.
That's a great thing, isn't it? Good morning to the listeners and viewers as well. Good morning, everyone.
And good morning once again to Tony Paul. Tony,
yes.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, Tony, it happened now. It happened.
There you go.
It finally happened.
It fell right on out.
Yeah, we thought that was going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Wow. It was already shaking and, gosh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Fire. Fire. You're going to have to come here, man. Yeah. And let's
so you might have to hold on.
Let me sing.
Yeah.
Let's go. We can sing together.
Let me sing.
Singing and MCing.
Oh my gosh.
Let's try.
So, and you know the thing is that now I have to. Okay, I'll manage.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry about that, folks. These things happen from time to time. The microphone just came out of the socket, so hopefully we'll have our trusty technician come and check it out a little later. The screwing. Was it Kakala had a song about that? A song about what is it last year?
Screwing.
Yeah. How to go again?
My Philip screwing. Screwing up everything.
Oh, Lord.
So that's it. Yeah, the screwing. Okay, so all is well with both of you?
Well enough.
Oh,
yes.
enough.
All
you
right.
look different, though.
I do?
love you holding the mic.
I think so.
You look cute.
Yeah. If a picture paints 1,000 words, how can I paint you? The words will never say.
Aww.
The you have come to know.
Oh my gosh. Tony, join him.
Yes, I know the song, but I don't know the words.
That's how I sing.
That's the
No, that's what he's singing.
I sing.
He's just singing. Tony, let's join him. Your turn.
The song is if a parent. That's by what's the name again?
Telly Savalas.
For true?
Yeah, Telly Savalas.
Really?
Yeah. It's called If.
But you said Telly Savalas, eh?
Yeah, he used to sing that. Well, so he used to talk it.
Okay. Because if is done by Brad, right?
Let's go.
If it's done by bread.
Right, but there's another version. I was giving her the other version.
Yeah,
The
give me the other
Savalas
version.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, he talks it.
Yeah, he actually talks
That was so sweet.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I'm
okay.
feeling myself.
it. All right, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, first stop, the Tomaso bread place, as always. And today, boy, they have a couple of my favorites. Lamb bouillon and pigtail bouillon today.
Yeah.
And I can tell you,
That's a difficult choice there.
yes,
Oh, that's
yes.
difficult.
Okay.
He ain't difficult for him. It's just
Well, not
easy.
for him, for me.
And you know it's loaded with peas inside there, right? The lentils.
Ah,
Yeah, one of my
yeah.
favorite, man. The lentils, just loaded inside there. And plus, of course, the ground provisions, the real food, the real food.
Hard food.
Okay, so you have lamb bouillon and pigtail bouillon. To your heart's delight, go and check it out at Tomaso Bread Place today. In fact, I already placed my order for the peas. Yeah, I told her, let me just separate it's all right, you can keep the lamb thing, but give me the peas.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the
So-
rest of the stuff.
So you're
Yes,
going to collect
yes.
today?
Yes, I should go, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. You're thinking of getting some.
Absolutely. If you
pigtail
go in there, I might as well. No, not the pigtail.
Lamb?
Not the pigtail.
Yeah.
The lamb. The
The
lamb.
lamb.
Yeah. So if you're going, yeah.
Okay,
Hook a brother
all right.
up.
Okay, so
Literally.
so Yaslin, you heard that? You have an order there from Tony?
That's right.
Yeah, so just for you? But what about you?
Because I know my mom is listening, I'll go for lamb.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's for your mom or that's for
For
you?
me,
Oh, for
big
you?
thing she says, "Wetanu,
Oh,
wetanu."
okay. So a
She's
couple.
not into the pork and that kind of thing.
So Yaslin, you heard that? One lamb bouillon for Tony, one lamb bouillon for Keena.
Right.
All right?
How he's doing that
Okay,
one
so-
lamb bouillon for Tony, I love it.
So that's on me. I'll take care of that for you.
So
Oh.
what about you?
Hey, how
He
you mean,
said he
Tony?
wanted just the peas without the lamb or anything, just peas and ground provisions and whatever else. is
That's
in it.
right. That's right.
I heard that, but I didn't believe that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So-
For sure.
No, according to Antigua, no meat kind?
No. So while I'm at it, Tony, I'll pick up a peanut CMOS for you as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
All
nice.
right.
Bring it on.
Yes, I will. Okay, so
Thank
there's
you,
the
thank
usual
you, thanks
CMOS
in
flavors,
advance.
including coconut, ginger, peanut, and peanut punch, and regular CMOS with flaxseed and chia seeds.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. So kind of related to the whole thing about food. I always say that's the real deal. I read a story this morning, and I read about that guy a few years ago. I thought he had died already. He's an Indian guy. His name is Fajr Singh. Singh. He started running as a hobby at age 89.
89.
Yeah, age 89.
Whoa.
And of all things, Missy, this guy died as a result of a hit and run
Yeah.
incident that happened yesterday. He died age 114.
What?
114. So he walks a lot. It's his
Oh, my
hobby. He
word.
loves it. He loves the walking, man. And they said he did how many marathons in England and in Canada and so on. So he's known across the globe as because he has a turban that he wears. So they give him a little nickname, the turban something. I forgot what he was called. Well, I'll get it a little later. So it's an interesting story. He gave the secret of his longevity to the walking. He says the walking, and he said, let me tell you exactly what he said. He says, people call me the turban tornado.
Turban
Oh.
tornado.
Yeah,
Right.
turban tornado. He says, how do I do it? He says, simply, first, I eat only vegetarian foods. He says, I'm told that vegetarians tend to live an average of 6 to 12 years longer than those who eat meat. But I also walk or jog every day. So he says, the age may bring wisdom, but if you want stamina, endurance, and a lifetime of good health, turn to nutritious vegetarian foods. So when we talk about vegetarian foods, he's really talking about the ground provisions,
Yeah.
and the peas and the
peas
beans.
and the
That's what he's
beans
talking about.
and the
That's what the
lentils, yeah.
vegetarian. It's just that the vegetarians just don't eat any meat. Now I have no problem eating meat. That's for sure. But it's just that
Except today.
we should make sure that the vegetables
The
and
vegetables
stuff.
are part of our diet as well.
Yeah.
It's included.
You know, maybe it's just eat the meat and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not interested in peas or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or any
Some
food.
people don't. Yeah.
So there's a little more. And Tony, we kind of mentioned that this morning on the show. This guy who's the chief executive officer of an organization called, it's a messaging app called Telegram. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Yes.
This guy has fathered 106 children. Okay, I guess you know about that.
Yes.
Right. And he was saying how this thing all started. He said that he gave his sperm just as for a friend. He was just donating his sperm at this sperm bank or whatever. And apparently, I guess maybe people find out maybe he have some sperm there because he's a wealthy guy.
Yeah,
he's
very,
worth
very wealthy.
$13.9 billion US. So people probably know that he has his sperm. They say, give me a little of that guy's sperm. That's good stock. That's good stock.
Actually.
But interesting, he said that apparently he knows all the children, apparently, 106, and he says he will include all of them in his will. So
Right.
all of them will get a share of his wealth.
Amazing.
That's really amazing.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Really
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes.
But what's even more amazing is that he was talking about his lifestyle, right? He says he exercises daily, right? Which includes 300 push-ups and 300 squats.
Ooh.
He does that. And he says that he doesn't he doesn't consume alcohol, he doesn't consume coffee or tea, he avoids sugar, and he's not a smoker.
Oh, wow.
So success leaves clues.
Yes, yes.
Success leaves clues.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't get away from that. The diet, the exercise, right? And there's a new study that's out. That one, I think, involves 7 million people. They say across the globe. I don't think in St. Lucia, but you know how they think already.
Yeah.
America, Australia, England, that's the world. That's how they think. Now that's a big study. 7 million people. And what they noticed, what they found out is that they said doing exercises, right, that increase your heart rate and your breathing rate, it says that can reduce the onset of death by up to 40%. Now that's a huge study.
It's a huge study.
7 million
7
people,
yeah.
right? So he said that the lead author of the study, he says he always tells his patients that exercise is the elixir of life. And another person who contributed said that physical activity is magic, is magic. So we need to put a lot more exercise in our lifestyle and to consume foods that real food.
Yeah. We've heard that time and time again. We were taught this at school.
Yeah.
Really and truly, we were. But again, as we become adults, we have our own ways. You know, we live different lifestyles and we eat what we want to eat. But the truth is, it's right there. Statistics don't lie. That if you exercise on a daily basis or weekly basis, depending on how many times a week you do exercise, it has so many health benefits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of live by it. There are times where when I don't exercise, I feel totally ridiculous. You know, don't do the running, don't do the little things that you do to exercise. I feel ridiculous.
Yes,
and
that's true to me.
I often wonder why people don't exercise. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But of course, to each his own. You know, if you cannot, you know, you're not. How should I put it? You didn't grow up that way. You don't feel like you need to exercise. Even a little walking.
A little walking goes a long way. Yeah.
What? Helps
It goes-
big time.
it goes
Sometimes
a
when
long
I walk, I'm like, walking is so overrated. I say that because I find it so tiring.
Mhm.
You know, you feel your legs hurt. You know, so it's a good thing. Walking is a good thing. I just say it because, you know, I just want to say
Yeah,
it.
and
Walking is
that's
overrated.
why we have legs.
Exactly.
To walk.
To walk.
To walk.
You know what I mean?
So let's try to incorporate that into our lifestyles. I mean, the studies are clear that exercise, especially walking, is a very, very good thing. Try to do it as often as possible. And, of course, consume real food. Real food. And we know exactly what the real food is.
Yeah,
we have
we know
enough of
what
that
it
in
is.
St. Lucia.
Yeah.
We have enough real food. Okay? So, Tony, what kind of thing I read this morning about West Indies? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. West Indies scored 27 runs.
If you
Say that
didn't
again?
go there, when you ask, you all have anything to say? I was going to go right. Andre, I was waiting.
20 what?
27 runs.
27 all out.
Sampa
11 batsmen, or they call them these days batters, scored 27 runs
Huh? That can't be real.
in a test match game
And they was against Australia, right?
right?
So we say Australia is so powerful now.
West Indies that week.
That like
Remember,
who?
exactly. we are that week. Andre, I saw Duval sent me a video. There is a television, and I know John Quinlan. Good morning to you. I hope you're there. I know you watch that program a lot. Sports Max. I'm trying to remember what the program is called, but Duval sent me a video where somebody called the program and said they should dig up all West Indies pitches, all the pitches in the Caribbean, dig them up and plant marijuana And what's the other thing? What's the other thing he said? Plant marijuana, and I can't remember the other thing, but the marijuana stuck in my head. Take up the because we are a waste of time. What's the point of having pictures? You're not good. So Andre, it is that bad. It is that bad.
So who are these players? Are they any players that who came on the scene recently or something? What's going on?
Yeah, basically some of the players are relatively new, you know. But in terms of their batting, the bowling not too bad, you know. The bowling is not too bad because we out Australia, gosh, for less than in the second innings for less than 200. Okay, and so they gave us like let's say 100 and something to win, and in no time at all, West Indian batsmen were just falling just like that. Andre, there were 7, and Keena, there were 7. I counted. I think 7 not scores, 0.
Wow,
What?
7.
Out of the 7, something like 3 or 4 of them faced 1 ball. In other words, you got a
My
1 ball
gosh.
duck. In the game, it's called a 1 ball duck. You come, you know, you take your guard, and you say, okay, batsman, are you ready? And the umpire says, go. The man bowl a ball and out you. First ball. Either you may touch the ball, you LBW, or you get caught behind or something. First ball. There was something like 4 of them got first ball ducks.
Remember, I keep saying this. It seems as though to me, life is like a kind of cycle. Everybody has their turn.
Yeah.
Because once upon a time, West Indies was it.
Yeah.
Right? When you say West Indies cricketers, I mean, these were like gods.
Yes.
I mean, for the West Indies I'm talking
Yeah,
about. But it's like our time has passed, and you know, now it's somebody else's turn now. I could be wrong about that
Do you
thing.
think
You know?
that's the case, Tony, or do
no,
you
not
think
really.
that they're not synced as they used to be, or not really? I don't know. I think back in the day, I'm not really a cricket fan,
I said it recently.
but
It's like I think we rely too much on natural ability, natural talent. Natural talent is great, but you have to nurture it. You sometimes these days got to go on the computer and study certain things. You know, if this man gets you out all the time, okay, what ball? Okay, I said that the last time as well.
I was just about to say
The
that.
weakness, the bowler study your weakness. You remember I said that to you?
Yes,
Andrew?
yes, I remember.
The weakness. If you go in a boxing ring, I study where is he weak. You know, because we all have our weaknesses.
And you think that's
As
what
radio
Australia did
personality-
this time around? They always do that, actually.
Yeah,
think
you
so?
just
But-
know
but-
this is a batsman. This is where he weak, and I'm gonna bowl the ball there all the time until I get you. Yes, of course, you're not perfect. You will miss one, meaning as a bowler, you'll misdirect one ball. You know, but most of the times, if you can be consistent, and eventually you're gonna get.
Well,
you're gonna get it.
now, Tony, there's a little problem with that kind of thinking. I'll tell you why I'm saying that. Because the same way you are looking out for the weaknesses of your opponent's
Right.
team,
Yeah.
right? They're now looking for
Your weaknesses as well.
You are looking for theirs as
Yes,
well.
of course.
Yes, and that could be the case, but whatever happened to West Indies there, let me go play and do that.
No, me.
Because I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
really? Maybe they
27.
were having a
It's-
bad day, but still,
Yeah.
that's a real bad day.
It's the second week. It's strange. I thought it was the worst. The second lowest score in Test cricket
History. So how low was it before that now?
26.
26.
And who? It was West Indies as well?
South Africa. But
Could you try again?
Oh, that's Siri.
okay, Siri, lowest score in Test cricket. But yes.
My faithful friend, you know.
Imagine that.
Yes, my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah,
friend.
yeah, yeah.
Anything I ask her to do, she does.
Okay,
But not,
Tony, you know that's how I like the ladies.
that's right. But yes, back and Andre and Keena was a long time ago, when I guess South Africa probably just came into the game in a 1950 something, 30 something. I can't quite remember. Okay, where South Africa scored the lowest, 26 runs in an inning. All right,
Wow.
West
Wow.
Indies just missed it by scoring 27.
I wonder if Darren Sam is listening. What Darren has to say about this?
Andre, worst of all, remember the man is the coach.
Oh, he's the current coach.
I wonder if they did it deliberately.
Mrs. Sammy,
He's the coach.
I hope you.
I don't think it has anything to do
I hope
with
you
it.
chime in this morning, Mrs. Sammy. Let's hear your breakdown of what's going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, the St. Lucia Labour Party. Now, remember we were talking yesterday about the Castries Southeast seat. Now it's official. It's official. The party released a statement yesterday saying that they're endorsing the 2 new candidates. I think one is Danny Butcher. He will contest the Vieux-Fort South seat. That's with Dr. Kenny Anthony.
Yeah.
Now that I wonder if that's an advantage for the incumbent. In other words, somebody like Dr. Kenny Anthony, who has represented for so long, and obviously there's that sense of loyalty and affinity, right? Do you think it matters, or it does matter, who they replace Dr. Anthony with? Do you think it make a difference that depending on who they bring in, that loyalty may just end? Should they just take it for granted that we're safe?
It's Andre. It's two ways. Okay, I'm giving my opinion here and what I think. It's two ways. Yes, it's like Labry. It's almost like whoever you put in Labry, SLP will win. It's almost like that. It has shown in the past where Viewport South, it has been Dr. Kenny Anthony for all these years, and I think even before him, I think they were also winning it as well. Is that the same one that Cecil Lay used to run, or is Cecil Lay did the North?
I'm not too sure whether it's North or South. I'm not sure. Could be Cecil Lay was probably North. Well, I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it sometimes works out that way, that people are just loyal to the party. You know, but sometimes, on the other hand, as I said, it could work both ways. When you bring a new candidate, sometimes the people just don't, really not into you, you know, and the loyalty ends there, not for the party, but now
even if, for example, and I'm sure that's going to happen, maybe at a public meeting, you'll see Dr. Anthony there officially saying, now I pass the torch over to this young man,
yeah, Danny,
right? I will give him your full support and this other thing.
Right.
I'm sure he will.
Not necessarily, because I remember him saying, I'll tell you why. I remember him when he bowed out. He held this meeting, all right, and him basically saying words to the effect that he's hoping, because there are some people that he thinks should a few that he thinks should take over from him. And if that one was not chosen, one of what he thinks should be there, maybe he might have an issue with it.
Yeah, maybe so.
I think he made it clear.
But Dr. Anthony is also loyal to the St. Lucia Labour Party, and it's election year pretty much. And I'm sure in support of the St. Lucia Labour Party, he will support the candidate, the endorsed candidate, rather.
Yeah. Maybe. Tony just brought.
You have a very valid point.
Yeah.
But let's wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
But
So is this a person from Beaufort? I imagine? Oh, okay.
And I understand he's quite popular in the area as well. Yeah.
So Mr. Danny Butcher. Yes, sir. Well, we wish you all the best. And let's hope that you can retain the seat for the Labour Party. Yes, I mean, I have to wish you have to wish him well. I'm wishing everybody well,
but not hope he can retain that seat. People go paint you,
So, you have, of course, we all know Senator Lisa Jawa here. She'll be vying for the Castries South East constituency. So that, remember, we were saying, well, it wasn't official, the talk was around and so on, but so it's confirmed right now. It's confirmed.
Okay.
So Joachim Henry, he's stepping aside. The question is, Joachim Henry stepping aside of his own free will, his own volition, or maybe there was a discussion in the party and they were saying to him, brother man, folks, that's just me speculating, okay, brother man. They're looking so good there with you. We're feeling the vibes. We're feeling the vibes that the people may swing. Depending on. I'm just asking the question. Maybe that was part of the discussion. So we don't. I guess these are internal matters.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll never find out.
I will find out.
We'll never find out.
Yeah. Boy, I can tell you something. I always said I cannot deal with rejection. I don't take it very, very well. So I'm always very, very careful not to put myself in a position where I'm going to be rejected because I don't like it. I don't like the feeling. It's awful. I don't know how some people can take this thing on, boy. Going to those kinds of competitions where people are basically telling you, hey, I reject you.
That's right.
That's rough, man. Because at the end of the day, people only remember the winners.
That's true.
When you really look at it, right? There's a race. They keep score. You have first place, second place, third place. What do you think people are concerned? First place.
That's right.
Who talks about the second and third?
Those candidates, what I would like to say is that I think right now they're carving out their own path. Lisa has been doing the groundwork for some time now.
How you know?
I'm not saying no. When I say the groundwork, I mean she's the SLP's communications director. She's a senator. Come on. So at the end of the day, she's a communications professional with experience in doing, the groundwork for the party. Right?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, for the
Okay.
party.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think she's stepping into her own, her own shoes. She's not stepping into anyone's shoes. She's carving out her own path, and that's what she's been doing for a number of years.
Sounds like you're gonna
so-
vote for her. I thought I was bad. Yes, I.
Stepping into the political arena takes a lot. It takes a lot from that individual. It's a deep sense of service, and I wish them both well.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Oh, yes. Let's hope that they take
And all the
bring
other
home-
endorsed candidates as well, okay?
Exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah. So,
But yes, it's official, Andrew, because we did speculate only yesterday. We were saying, that we were not sure.
yeah. And these are young people, Tony. These are young.
yes,
The guy's
30s.
39. He says 36.
That's right.
These are young people.
Very young.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah. I said we wish them all the best.
Yes.
And of course, Mr. Joachim Henry. I mean, thank you for your service,
Thank you
sir.
for your service, Mr.
So I guess
Joachim.
now he
Yeah.
has to move on. But as a form, imagine, Tony and Keena, when you have power on your side, you've tasted power, where you run things, you run a whole ministry, you call the shots, you have the last say and this sort of thing. How does somebody reintegrate now into society after something like that, boy?
Just a slightly different thing. He may not run the seat, but if the party wins, he could probably well retain his ministry. Probably. That's again
That's
because
one. That's
this,
one.
This you being a minister of government is on the I'm looking for the correct word, at the will of the prime minister. He decides who. You just like a couple of examples would be Pep won
Right.
ancillary canneries, and he was never a minister.
Yeah.
You understand? And that has happened in other cases as well.
Yeah.
Oh, the same person who I mentioned there, Cecil Lay, was never, as far as I remember, never a minister, but he won his seat all the time. You know what I mean? So, hey, you run it, and you do the constituency work and so on, but then in appointment, they appoint somebody else.
Yeah, that's a possibility. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
But also, it does happen where you kind of have to fade out from the scene
It has happened
and go back
before,
into
yes.
private life kind of thing. And I'm just wondering, how do people like that reintegrate where you were in control? I remember one time I was on a board, and when I say a board, I'm talking about a board of human beings, not a hoverboard. and there's this person who was part of the team. And he is a person, he was a politician. He held several ministries and so on. Powerful ministry. A lot of power in this person's hands. I remember on this board, and I said to him, how do you feel now that you're not the chairman of the board? How are you able to control yourself? And he said, he just has to keep remembering that he's not in control. Yeah, it looks so strange to see him there just like an ordinary person. Yeah. I remember a long time ago, when I was part of a team, and a former principal, right, of the combined school where we used to go, Tony, he was part of the team. Yeah, and he used to give me licks when we were in school.
Yeah.
And the man was on the team. The man on the team. And I look at him, I just remember the licks. I just remember the licks the man used to give me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the health minister has announced a comprehensive and integrated data-driven approach to better serve citizens' mental wellness needs. This is a big one. In fact, in Jamaica, the minister for, a mental health expert was saying that the wards at the psychiatric facilities, they said they often fill to capacity with men. Okay, more than women. You have men dealing with more mental health issues. So there's a study that was done by the governor of St. Lucia in conjunction with PAHO, and again, identifying mental health as one of the most critical areas in urgent need of reform in St. Lucia. Now, I've said it already, and a lot of people do not appreciate men, obviously because we play the fool a lot, but we also, because of people's expectations of us, Tony, the society's expectations of us, that can drive us crazy. That can drive us crazy.
Literally.
Men have it, I can tell you, we take a lot of licks, And the way the society is set up, we take a lot of licks. For our ladies, the ladies in our life. we take even more licks again for the children in our lives. Sometimes you get the licks not for the ladies, from the ladies. Yeah, we get it from them. Sometimes you get the licks from the children.
Yeah.
That does happen as well.
Yep.
So men get stabbed a lot.
We had a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure, man.
Deliver in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially in this complicated world right now. And especially maybe you came from an environment where you're not au courant with what's going on in the world. You don't know about this, you don't know about that. It is really challenging for a lot of men. So I'm not surprised that this is what's going on.
I'm not surprised as well. I'm really not surprised. But again, men are, it's embedded in a lot of us that men should be strong.
Yeah.
Men should not cry. You should not be the one complaining about anything. And that's what it is.
So you see exactly what you're saying there.
And that's what it is. So you know what? It's very important as siblings, as sisters, as women, as just, friends of male individuals to check in on them, find out how they're doing on a daily basis. Because the same things that we go through, we're all human. And we all have highs and lows in our lives. We all have times where it could be extremely stressful. And just imagine that person already going through a stressful time every single day. And I'm just going to use one example. Okay, there, a man, he gets up, he's going to work. He has to be the provider. He's more than a provider. A lot of the times we don't really see it that way. It's like you just have to put food on the table, and that's it. And if you slack off anyway, then I'm going to come hard on you. And you feel the full brunt of it. And there are instances where men try to speak, but they can't. They have no voice. So that voice is taken from them, from their mother. It's taken from them, from their significant other. It's taken from them, from their children. And to add insult to injury, depending on their friends, when they go to their friends, man or boy, guess that's what you're caring for. So they internalize so many things and they keep a lot of things bottled up because they have no one to go to. And at some point in time, there are many cracks, and at some point in time they will break. And
keep in mind the stigma associated with whole issue of mental wellness. If you go to a facility for some counseling or people look at you, you're crazy. So that goes against you as well. So a lot of guys, instead of going there, they go to the bar.
Yes.
Okay.
And they drink.
And I'm telling you, I see the guys all the time, right? And when the fellas are inebriated, my gosh, man, they're totally different person. I was at a particular bar some time ago. And I remember the bar owner, it was like around maybe like midday. And the bar was packed up with fellas. Not one female inside there, not one female. Well, those who sell at the bar, usually the females, right? But the fellas you see they're drinking, usually males. And I said to the bar owner, I said, it's around 11, 12 o'clock. What's so many fellas doing inside there? He said to me, Andre, them fellas, just they're passing their problems. They're passing their problems away. That's what they're doing there. So it's a real challenge. And here's the deal again. More pressure from the ladies. The Bible says the woman shall be the help meet to the man. You heard the word there? Help. H-E-L-P. In our society today, and we're talking about that earlier, right? It's turn around where you now have to be helping the female and she's supposed to be the one helping you. Now, I don't mean helping to give money. I mean, although it could be that as well. Yeah. But you have to help the man. You have to assist him and don't make life more difficult and challenging for him. So this is what it's talking about. So these ladies now who have a problem, a lot of them who have a problem with you supporting your own children, albeit the children may be past their 20s already, they're telling you why you still supporting a hard back like that. You hear those kinds of things. Those same ladies who are in their 50s now want you to help them. Explain that to me, Tony and Keena.
I can't explain it.
Let me repeat it. Let me repeat it and think about it. Okay? And those of you chiming a little later. You are expected, instead of the woman being the helper to you, because the Bible says she shall be a helper to the man. Right? So instead of that, now she has expectations from you. You got to provide financially, especially financially. You have to provide. But that same female will have a problem with you supporting your own children, albeit they may be in their 20s. and maybe they have a job but just barely able
to make
it with the job that they have. So you feel you don't want your children to be you're still trying to hold them a little and prop them up a little bit just to assist them. Those same ladies who in their 50s, 40s, 30s, whatever the case may be, they have a problem with that. They have a problem with that. They have a problem with you assisting your children. They have a problem with that. But then they don't have a problem with you assisting them. And they're a lot older. I don't get it.
And that's your woman, girlfriend, wife?
Well, whoever. Yeah, could be girlfriend, could be wife. That's, yes. But, Tony, once you have a girlfriend, it's almost like you have a wife.
That's right.
It's almost like you have a wife. They have the same expectations.
Yeah. Money, I put money in my hand.
or pass it. Pass it. You know, lady say that,
But to answer what you're saying, Andre, yeah, I get, and that's what the Bible says, a woman should be a man's helpmeet. And there's so many different ways to look at it here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, there's so many ways to look at it here. Because a man, it's more than a provider. So it's more than just, you come, if it's financially, you give whatever amount that you have, and the woman is supposed to use it and allow it to filter through all aspects of that household so that everyone is satisfied. She's supposed to pretty much help you grow with what it is that you are giving her.
Yes.
She's supposed to build on that. She's supposed to build on the wealth that you're giving her. She's supposed to use it so the entire family, the entire home can survive. And that's what women should be doing.
Yes.
The other side of that is, I hear this a lot of times, that men say this is human nature, and this is human nature for me to express myself in this way and to cheat and so on. And a lot of women are not really wired to argue with men. No, wait. We getting there. We getting there. Because a lot of the times women get the short end of the stick, and I understand why. Because you've been in a past relationship and someone really, really hurt you, and you begin to set expectations, and you begin to say, you know what, these are things that I'm not going to put up with. So you get into another relationship, and that man is doing all of the things that you want, but you still haven't healed. The slightest thing that this man does, you're on his back. No matter what he says, hey, sweetie, I'm there for you. I'm providing. I'm going to do this. You're still in trauma mode. You're still in that space where you haven't healed. And that becomes a problem in that relationship. And whatever you have gone through, it's weighing him down. You might not see it, but it is weighing him down. And there are instances where the woman herself is taking everything that you bring to the table, Andre, and she's really your helpmeet. She's really doing what needs to be done to ensure that family structure is strong, that family structure is nurtured, and she's really building on what you're giving her. But you're also bringing to her what she doesn't want, which is chaos. And when you bring chaos into your world that should be peaceful, you're going to get it back. It's like what you give is what you get back. And sometimes the woman is really trying her best to deal with everything that's happening in the household, maybe talking to you and saying, hey, this is what we need to do, so be stronger, communicate more, and so on. And sometimes, she might miss the mark. She might miss when you're down. She might judge you at some point in time. But it has to be teamwork here. A lot of times we blame men for things that they didn't do or they're not doing. And a lot of the times we blame women for things that we create in their lives. Women are not wired to just be nagging all the time and all of that sort of stuff. It started somewhere. And if that woman doesn't get the help that she needs, just like that man not seeking the help that he needs to become a better version of himself, you're just going to have problems on both ends.
Women are wired to quarrel.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Imagine after that long speech.
You come back and say that same thing, huh?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Not all women are like that.
No, not all. But according to somebody,
and just like
90%.
not all men are like. Sometimes I wish we would just kind of stop putting labels on women or on men, and see people for who they truly are and what they bring to the table. And if you're not healed, accept, hey, I ain't healed yet. And I still feel like,
Majority rules. I'll give you a point. Our friend I, Virginia, she was making a case like, no. women, in fact, I think she said women or human beings are not wired to just, want to just, you know what I mean? But after all was said and done here, maybe about 90% of the I said, Gina, it's close.
So let's not forget that men under a lot of pressure, of pressure. You have to provide for the lady because she doesn't understand her role. That she's supposed to be helping the man to be a better version of himself. That's what, to put stress on the man. So he has to deal with that. And then they have to deal with issues with the children, bills, debts. I mean, it's crazy.
And you know
it's
what,
crazy.
too? We don't even realize when men are shutting down.
Yeah, it's rough. It's
a lot
rough.
of people
it's
don't
rough.
realize when
men are working hard.
They're walking around fine.
Yes.
You know, yesterday, for example, Tony, I played, let me see, it was Sunday night I played. I got home like around maybe minutes to 1, somewhere around there. And I went to sleep around 1:30, right? And I was up by 3:30, I was up already. And Tony, remember yesterday I had a rough day, okay? I didn't get any sleep until I went to bed last night around minutes to 11 last night.
Yeah.
I didn't get any sleep until that time. So I'm saying, why? Because you're trying to survive. You're trying to do things to keep your head above water. People have expectations of you, right? And you don't want to disappoint them. So I'm not surprised. This study, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either.
It's not just here. The serious mental health issues there with men in Jamaica. That's a big deal there right now.
You say Jamaica, the United States, great United States of America.
Everywhere. They say there's a thing of was it a loneliness, an epidemic of loneliness and so on. You feel isolated. Boy, it's rough. So boy, I tell you, one of the worst things that can happen to you is to get a bad mate.
Yeah, it could really break you. Boy.
I had never thought of it, Andrea, until today when you mentioned it, that we are under a lot of pressure as men. Honestly, I never thought of it. But I think you're very, very correct with all the things that we have to deal with that you articulated right there. It is tough.
Yeah,
when you start seeing yourself as a loser because of the expectations.
That's right.
Oh gosh, well, I'm a loser already, or what the hell, you know what I mean?
And trying to hold it together without silently falling apart.
Right.
Yeah. And I just want to repeat, women have to understand, right, that again we are in a Christian society. The word is clear. God made a female to be a help to the man.
Now you go back there.
Yes, a help.
Explain that.
Yes, I just explained to you. We've been talking for about 15 minutes about this thing.
Break it down.
Okay, all right, okay. She's okay. She's all right. She has an okay job. She can manage, right? She knows you have it rough. She knows that.
Okay, that's not because according to you, I heard all of that.
Okay.
She's a helper, like to help you.
But Keena explained the thing so well.
I heard all of that too, you know. But just the helper part, God made a woman to be a helper.
It may sound like something demeaning, but it's not supposed to be demeaning.
Okay. It's not what Frost sings. God made woman to eat man money.
We see helper as somebody,
exactly.
who's a cleaner. No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's not.
Yeah, you're a helper. You are helping the person, right? And to as Keena was explaining, to prop him up and make him look good and not to stress him out and to make sure that you make him feel. Some people say you can't make people happy, but you try your best, to meet the guy where he is, and not make. You know the man had a rough. Okay, let me give you an example. This month, may say you had insurance for your home, insurance for your vehicle, insurance for life, right? Things like your life insurance. The female knows that. Right? Now, he's expected now to do what he normally does. Now, insurances are very, very expensive depending on how much you're paying, right? In fact, it doesn't matter for whoever it is because you meet people where they are. So she knows that this month was rough on the guy. And she's still expecting him, despite that she knows what he was, he was up against. Whether money for the children, whether money for the children. Whether this, whether that, whether the other. She applying pressure on the guy. Pressure on the guy. Again, now he has to find money now to do because he doesn't want to disappoint as well. Right? He doesn't want to see him as being lapo, and he wants the children to be happy. But if you know the guy who had those challenges for that particular month, I'm saying for that month, you said to him, no, that's okay. I can hold the fort. Don't worry. I'll hold the fort.
And beyond holding the thought as well, showing appreciation as well. Some men, after working so hard, they get home, no food. They get home, the house still dirty. They get home, you're not doing the laundry. They get home and it's rah. And that too, and I get some women are like that naturally. Some women are not naturally. Some women are just, I don't know, maybe I'm not sure. But your home should be a peaceful place for you and that individual, because when you're constantly nagging, there can't be peace. You think that nagging is okay because you might want him to meet your expectations. It's not gonna help. And I would say this, right? Just imagine in some instances, we as individuals want this person to be just like that, but they are not wired that way. You made that decision. You've chosen, hey, I want to be with this man, knowing fully, or this woman, knowing fully well that's how they were before you were involved with them. And now you're trying to change them. So when you begin to try to change this individual and the person is not a willing participant, what you will get is the shell of a person. And when you get a shell of a person, the nagging will continue. It will only just get worse.
Yes, because you want him to be something that he is not.
That he's not.
Or he's not willing to be.
He's not willing to be.
Yeah.
So you will just get a shell of a person.
You're insisting that you gotta have
You're making it very difficult for him and for you.
I think the only part I was asking helper, but I think I understand it now that okay, as you say, the Bible, God said,
she shall be a help meet for the man,
right? And the man shall be the provider.
Yeah, well, yeah, the leader of the home,
The head of the household.
Yes, he's supposed to, of course, do a good job at leading. You can't get away from that.
Yes.
So that leading means things like being faithful, being loyal, being loving and caring and kind and warm, okay, and of course firm when you have to be.
Yeah.
That's what's expected of us as the men. But I think the roles are changed. It's as if it's only the men supposed to have that role, and then the women have no role.
We should say some, Andre. Some. Because in some households it works. I mean, both parties work together and they have a successful unit, and it's working and it's thriving, and women are actually doing what the Bible says, and in others it's not happening. But we only hear of the not so good ones.
Okay. So anyway, moving on. Some good news. The St. Jude Hospital was nearing completion. The health minister actually said so. It's nearing completion, and they're talking about the transition plan already. So to move from the old, the stadium, and to remove all the stuff that they have there. Imagine whatever it is that they can still salvage, because I could imagine what's going on there. No doubt there's new equipment maybe coming in, but whatever happens to that transition. And you remember when Victoria Hospital was being changed into the thing during COVID, all right, sort of a respiratory clinic or whatever it was called at the time there. That transition, the transition there
from Victoria
to OKEU, same thing. I could imagine the amount of work involved in something like that, boy. Shifting stuff, shifting equipment, shifting beds, right?
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean, it's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So no doubt all the doctors are going to be involved, and everybody, there to make it a reality. After so many years, this thing is finally coming to an end. Coming to an end. The question is, which side will take the credit for it?
With Andre, as far as I'm concerned, Andre, without a doubt. That for me would be a huge feather in this current administration cap.
But if I were them, I would be humble and just basically praise both administrations.
No, you can't do that.
No, but I mean, I'm saying it because they both were involved. Right?
As a matter of fact, they would.
Or they both.
They both
failed.
tried.
They both tried and failed, right? So to me, you shouldn't take. One shouldn't take the credit for that at all.
No,
just leave
but
that alone.
that's not going to happen.
You have to take the
because
credit.
under this administration,
So let me ask you then.
Let
me ask you then.
Completion rather.
Okay, good. So who do you think should take the credit for it then?
The Philip J. Pierre administration.
Why do you say that?
Because they're the ones who built the hospital. So much so, Andrew, you remember all the controversy when they moved from what the Alan Shastney administration started, and they call it the box.
Yes.
They moved where the old one was, and they took it from scratch. So they're saying that's such a waste of money to go and build in the old one, and whereas you already have the box. I mean, I'm just saying that's what they call it. You have the box. Build from that, because a lot of money was spent on that already. So they will definitely take.
But you know what the opposition will say? They wasted taxpayers' money,
which is
by going into this other project.
How about we just say this? Let's not make this something about so this never happens again.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what they should do.
You know, health should
Don't
not
come
be
out
political.
and take credit for it.
It's
Because
not
to
a
me,
ribbon cutting opportunity.
they both
It's
messed
life
up.
or death.
They both messed up.
But I understand what
So
Tony's
why-
saying.
what
Yeah.
Tony is saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you're saying but they both messed up, meaning I'll have to go with the administrations and the head of the administrations. You're talking about SLP with under the leadership of Dr. Kenny Anthony. That administration messed up by not finishing or working on finishing the hospital, right? Then it was the Alan Chastney administration. Amazifaya?
Probably, I'm not too sure. It could be. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, Tony.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, if that's what you're saying, both administrations failed. The UWP failed. The SLP failed even before them. In fact, it was Stevenson King.
Yeah.
Had
So it's under
Yeah,
the leadership of this one and under the leadership of whatever.
That's right.
So now under the leadership of Philip J. Pierre,
Right.
it will be completed.
Because-
so
Right.
he's saying that he should get
administration.
credit.
No, but
that
yes.
administration
Yes.
should get
But
credit
think
for
of
the
it, think of-
completion of the hospital.
But
Yes.
think of it. If the United Workers' Party had not lost the elections, they would have completed the box. That's what they would have done. So now
let me
you
say
have the
this.
current administration. They started this new, this totally new facility,
Mhm.
right? So they I guess they just finished it. So the opposition can claim that we would have finished it a long time ago.
Oh, they claim that.
As well.
They still, they
Well,
kind of
exactly.
still, they kind of.
So that's why I say on this
Yeah.
particular
So
one,
I get
to me,
what
they shouldn't
both
rub
of
that
you
in
are
anybody
saying.
in each other's face and say, we did it.
Yes.
Just be humble about it, man.
Even right. I understand you now.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah, for
humble
me,
about
I
it
feel the
don't
same
try
as
to.
well. Just
but,
be
but
humble
about
boy,
it.
Andre, it's
But it's not gonna
a hell
happen.
of
You know,
an achievement.
and you know what they should do
Yeah.
as well? I hope the day that you see they have the official ribbon cutting and so on.
Opening.
Yes, I think they should invite the opposition for sure to be there, and then to apologize to the people of St. Lucia. They publicly.
They both should. We deserve
apologize and say, we're
apology.
sorry that we had to go for all this rigmarole and back and forth,
I
all
like
that
that.
money, millions of dollars spent on that project.
I like that.
And I think
Hundreds
some
of
of them
millions,
may
eh?
have in other maybe other platforms may have said, what, we're sorry that I'm taking responsibility somewhat,
Mhm.
but on that particular day, ribbon cutting, I really do think that we deserve it. To hear that
Yeah.
as well, yeah.
And I
from
hope,
both sides.
Yeah, and I hope there's going to be unity on that day.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that too.
Yeah, because the hospital is for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just thank God it's going to be over, and that's going to be like behind us now. When hopefully we can move
yeah.
on.
You said something there. The hospital is for everybody. That is so important.
Mhm.
It's for everybody. All St. Lucians / even visitors and so on who come to our shores.
Yes.
They need to be hospitalized. They probably need to use it. So it's for everybody.
Mhm.
Well said.
Yeah,
And we owe our people of St. Lucia more than just walls and equipment. We owe them service, we owe them dignity, and we owe them care.
definitely. So let's hope all that is going to be part of the new hospital moving forward. Just a couple of things, if we have the time. The Prime Minister speaking in the House.
That time already?
Yes.
Ooh, wow.
Mhm. The Prime Minister speaking with the House and he was talking about I think the OECS countries may pass legislation to force the banks to make lending a lot easier for people, especially the poor and marginalized. Okay, now to pass legislation, in other words, the banks not budging. So the only way they're going to budge is if you see we make it law that they have to do it. Now the banks will easily argue and tell you that the people who do not service the loans, this section and that section and the other section, it's hard to get them to shift. I was recently going through my thing with the bank trying to get a loan and so on. That took me, Tony, how long? Probably like 2 months, something like that. 2 months.
Imagine
They
that.
just kept going back and forth. I had to provide especially at my age,
Mhm.
the business, we just started. And imagine they said to me that most startups, these are the ones that they get the most problems with people servicing their loans.
Mhm.
In other words, you have these small businesses, and people aren't able to
Right.
make the payments or the repayments as the case may be. Now I do understand what they're saying, but boy oh boy, they're making it really hard for people. They're making it really hard. Even the credit unions as well. Yeah, because I spoke with them, and they were telling me right now the credit unions are regulated. It's not just them anymore. Like long time ago, they could make their own decisions. Right now, the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, the ECCB, they're on the case and telling them you have too many people not paying back.
Yeah, too many people are not paying back, and it's like a Peter paying for Paul thing.
Yeah.
And even though you do know, hey, I can, because a lot of people who do go, for a loan, they always believe that yes, I can do this, I can afford this, I can pay this back.
And maybe at the time you can.
At the time you can, and something happens
Things happen.
and you default. And maybe it's happening so often now. The banks and credit unions have put regulations in place so that it doesn't happen again, because they are the ones on the losing end.
Yeah.
You know.
I would hope that the government, before this legislation is passed, that they would have discussions with the Bankers Association. I hope
I'm
they
sure.
do that. Yeah, instead of let's hope so. Let's hope so. Unless of course the banks are just putting their foot down and saying, well, no, we're not willing to negotiate on this at all. Yeah, because the bank's main issue is, are you able to repay?
Yeah.
That's what they care about.
There are some individuals who are below a particular margin,
Yep.
and when they do get a loan, boy, they pay their loan.
Yeah, some of them.
You know, they make the sacrifices to pay their loan.
Yes, some do.
And some do.
Yeah,
and
some do and
others,
some
you know,
don't. Yeah.
Some don't. So
Yeah.
I hope it works out for both parties.
Yeah. Well, boy, you know, I have never heard the bank say that they forgiving any debts. I've never heard that one. The banks in St. Lucia. Yeah. You'll hear the World Bank, the IMF. You'll hear them say, debt forgiveness, but not the banks here, boy.
Wow.
That's good. They'll hound you until. All right. So let's just get into the shout outs. Maybe my hand. Tony, I can't take a break because the wire is so short.
You could,
It's so short. I can't let it rest.
Record today. You hold on mic. And you have another half hour to hold that
another
mic.
half
Yes,
hour
again,
to hold
again.
that mic.
Yes, yes.
Oh, boy.
So let's go. Let's
Okay.
Let's
On
make
the
sure we
WhatsApp
finish up
platform.
before 11:30.
Right, on the WhatsApp platform, someone says, Julieta says, good morning to all.
Good morning to you, Julieta.
Someone else chimed in, says, blessings, Rev-Up family, wishing everyone a safe and blessed day. Andre and Tony, expect visitors soon. Kiki, we will keep in touch. Mwah.
Expect
JB.
visitors soon.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna
Joanna Badu.
Okay, so they coming to St. Lucia or something?
Yes, she
All right, Joanna.
Yeah.
Looking forward to meeting you.
Good morning, Jem. Josie Ann says, good morning, Rev-Up family.
Good morning to you, Josie, and your family as well.
Someone else chimed in and said, sent lowest test totals. Tony, you want to see? Have a look.
Lowest test? No, I know
Okay,
the
so
thing.
you know, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Guys, this is it.
we
The
just
person
make
shared it.
Is it South Africa?
Um,
South Africa 26 runs.
in the year 26, New Zealand
Oh, okay.
in 1955.
New Zealand. Okay. So
And
it's
West
New Zealand.
Indies in 2025.
Yes,
New
yes.
Zealand, 1955.
So it was New Zealand, right?
Yes.
My bad.
So they shared it with us. John Quinlan chimed in and says, good morning, River family. The SLP has a process for candidate selection. In the last election, Lisa went up against Joachim and lost. She won this time.
The last election. Oh, selection process. Maybe it's the selection, maybe?
The last election, he said. That's what he said.
So
that Lisa
John
went
Quinlan.
up against...
Maybe...
No, I'm sure that's internal
Internal,
stuff,
that's what
yeah.
he's referring to.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's what he's referring to,
Okay,
internal.
all right.
Someone else chimed in and says, good morning, blessed day to Rev-Up team. Well said, Andre. I think we're sold a lie being a man.
Yeah, that's a man talking there.
Someone else chimed in also said, Andre, while I support you on the point that men go through a lot, I still believe that some men make it impossible for a woman to help or support them because they are so broken. And even when you try to encourage them to seek professional help, they don't want to. Some men are just impossible to deal with.
Yes, because of our pride and so on. Again, yeah, it's the same thing when we don't want to check doctors because we just so... We don't want to show that we are weak because your ladies expect us to be strong at all times. All right.
Someone else chimed in and says, Tony Paul, you are wrong. The Philip JP administration did not start the hospital from scratch.
Okay.
They continued the repair of the 100-year-old building. The only hospital that started from scratch was the box.
Take that.
Someone else says, yes, the banks write off loans, but mostly for people close to being richer than being poor.
They do? They do? Oh my gosh! Well, Chima, I'd like to know who that was, boy. Maybe I'm a lucky person.
Thanks for accepting my call, Mr. Sylvester says. Tony, West Indies bowled out for 27 runs. Should Sammy step down? Which come first? Woman give or man give money?
Which came first? What's the question?
Which comes first? Women give or men give money?
What you can't say the word? What happened again?
Which comes first? Women give sex or man gives money?
Yeah.
And women nagging when she has no money. Are you serious, Mr. Sylvester? That ain't true. Women don't nag when they don't have money. I don't know.
When they do not have money?
Yeah, that's what he says. Women nagging when she has no money. That ain't true, Mr. Sylvester. How up? Up with yes. Someone else chimed in and says, if you're familiar with the Central Labour Party, they usually have a runoff whether delegates would vote in by-election like process. Since that process, it has always been a problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's the last individual to chime.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you for that. Let's go to the Facebook page, and kicking off things would be Sharon Peter. She says it's Tuesday. Good morning, Rev-Up. Good morning, Kim, and good morning, Kim, at the swim shop in South Jersey. Okay.
Hey, morning, Sharon, and all your customers. If you have any there right now, they're special. Good morning to you, and tell the customers to tune in even when they leave.
That's right.
Tell them what we're doing. Tell exactly how they can listen to us and check us out.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so followed by Pius Snappy Yaman. Pius says, good morning. And then Dakota checked in and says, good morning, everyone.
Morning, Dakota. Morning, Pius.
Good morning, Dakota. Morning, Pius as well.
Peter Gillard says, good morning, team. Rev Up, listeners and viewers. To whom much is given, much is expected. Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Thank you. You as well.
You got the little twist there. To whom much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
All right. Paul St. Rose. Paul, good to have you back finally. You remember we had Paul for a while.
Welcome back, Paul.
The cricket took over because Paul loves his cricket as well.
Mm-hmm.
He says, good morning, my Lactillery brothers and my Soufre sister and also my Rev-Up family. I am back online, but always listening.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Paul. We appreciate that. Elvin J. Team Workers, the eyes have it. The eyes have it. Lilia Victor says, good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday as well.
Happy Tuesday to you, Lilia.
Good morning, Lilia. Happy Tuesday.
Nancy Graceland says, Andre, you have a good radio voice. Are you also a good singer too? I'm just curious. Well, Tony cannot sing. I know that. Keena is a different story.
Yeah, just trying a thing.
We trying a thing.
Just trying a thing.
Martha's Shop says, pleasant good morning.
Tony, sorry to disturb you. I remember of a joke long ago. Opposite thing there. What's his name again? Opposite Mr. Imbert and them. The house opposite.
Lambert,
yes.
Lambert and them, Lambi,
right? Lambi. Long ago.
Sambo.
Yes, right. That's right.
Yeah, Sambo died just recently.
So Lambert broke somebody's window. Okay.
Lambi himself?
Yeah, he broke somebody's window.
Okay.
And the person asked him, they were really upset. Why did you do that? And I was just cracking a joke. Cracking a joke. Yeah.
Paul would know Lambie very well. I think they might have been in the same house, Blue House. Paul,
probably.
You're in Blue House, in the VBCC. Because Lambie was gold, but yeah, blue, I think. I think it's blue. All right, Martha Shop says, pleasant good morning, Mr. Andrea and Mr. Tony and lovely Keena. Blessed love. Fantastic
morning,
day to
Martha.
Everyone. Peace and love.
Yeah.
Elsa Hippolyte says, greetings to the my Paul brothers, Keena, and all in the chat room. Very edutainment. Okay, very edutainment as usual. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for that, Elsa.
Thanks, Elsa.
Yeah, lovely discussion, I must admit, this morning. Tessina Lovelace says, good morning, Paul brothers and Keena.
Good morning.
Roma Edmond says, we so weak. They don't take the cricket. Okay, they don't take the cricket serious. We so weak. John Flavian says those guys cannot play the swing ball. John Flavian again says the moment West Indies bowlers do well, I expect their opponents to do better. Oh gosh, because our batsmen have a clue. Siobhan Mathran says, happy Tuesday to all. John Flavian says, Tony, the lowest test score in history is New Zealand, 26. That was in Auckland on the 25th of March, 1955. That was versus England. Very, very true. I don't know why. South Africa was in there somewhere too. I kind of messed up on that one, so South Africa stuck in my head. Septima Joseph says, good morning. Peter Gillard says, Andre put zip tie on and masking tape on the mic. That's Peter Gillard. Sammy Antoine says, sometimes, depending on your profession, it is much better to remain quiet impartial than it is to do a classic foot in the mouth. And that's in no way personal. Communication professionals, she says. Wow, sipping coffee, etc. Okay, John Flavian says, Tony, you're correct. You don't have to be an MP to be a minister. Case in point, Sir Calix George. Barbara Augustine says, oh yes, nice program this morning. Nikki, good morning. Always a pleasure listening to Rev Up, my favorite people.
Thank you,
Barbara. Nancy Graceland, Andre, some men put themselves under a lot of pressure because some of them just dare. You remember I mentioned Keena, just dare.
So the pressure is the nagging.
Right.
Yeah,
and they expect you to fix them. They want women to do everything and they have nothing to offer.
Yeah.
Nancy Graceland.
Josie Stevens. And that we all agree that's not being a man or leader, right?
Good one, Nancy.
Right. So Josie Stevens says, well, man, stay away from women. That's all.
No, that's not the answer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't live with them. Can't live without them.
Yeah, we just have to educate
one another.
And let us understand our roles.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, so Drama Queen just simply says, good morning, Rev-Up family.
Hey, Drama Queen.
Morning,
Hope all is well with you and your family.
Nancy Graceland says, hey, Keena, men definition of nagging is you ask them a question, they don't want to answer, you're a nag. So your definition of nagging and a man's definition is different.
Do tell, Andre. That's true?
To be honest, they say men nag. I don't know.
But you tell me you're nag.
Say again.
You tell me you just nag.
Me? I said I nag? Me?
Some time ago on this your program.
I say I nag people?
Yes.
I must have been saying something else. I went, me nag?
If anybody could remember while I'm doing this, send something quick to remind Andre that he says, boy, he nags sometimes.
Boy.
Yeah.
I think I hit so much that already. What?
I freaked out when you said that. That's why I remembered it.
And I don't remember what context I was speaking at the time, but anyway.
Was I here on the time? No.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, because you would probably remember because you were going, Andre, you're nagging. Yeah, man. All right. So she Chubb, my favorite girl. Okay. She says, Chup stand, Tony.
For what? What did you say?
Must have been the hospital thing. Because she is, you know?
Yeah, okay.
And then she comes back and says, so Huge, how? With a question mark, of course, which is the same she. Chup Stantoni and the huge how. Okay. Then we have Gemma Raphael says PJP all the way. And you know that's going to infuriate she. So she says, came right back and put bull. So
Why?
Gemma Raphael said again, Kenny and King, okay, but Alan, no. So she Chubb went again, that won't happen. Then Arthur Charles came and says, Andre, I think you've been a little naive. The opposition have to be there and they will always be invited. That's, of course, we talk about the opening of
the ribbon cutting and the opening.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's hope they attend. Because sometimes they invite invited and they don't go.
Right. All right, so Sammy Antoine says, really, Tony? Wow. All right, so let's hear what you're saying here. Are you aware that the box is being used as well? Are you aware that the rebuild has, maybe that's what you read earlier, costed taxpayers hugely for a building that is still not fit for purpose? Have you seen the height of the ceiling in most part? Okay. And the fact that for the most part, fitting in certain equipment may not be possible. There is a lot more that I can say, but I'll stop here. The hospital is very close to my heart. It is a case if the South does not deserve anything good. EP, that's it. EP, that's it. Okay, Andre, kudos to you. Well done for your impartiality.
I try.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think what you were saying about. Oh yes, okay. So the box and then the other side.
Yeah, not taking credit and this kind of thing.
Right. Okay, so Roma Edmond. All right, Roma. Let me see what you're saying here.
Roma on a roll today.
Mm-hmm. Good morning. UWP started under Mr. Stevenson King. When it get burned down, Mr. King lost. SLP win, then UWP win. Now the SLP win it over. It was time after 13 years playing with the poor people. Thank God it is done. All right, Roma. Rick T. Phillips says there are no old 100-year building. All buildings are newly built. I kind of thought so. That's why I said so. Yeah, I kind of thought so. Maybe we both are wrong then. Rick T. Phillip. Okay. Arthur Charles says today is the birthday of the following persons: Mr. Gregory Cadet of Together Brothers and Anne-Marie Charles of La
Gregory Cadet. Yeah, remember that's my partner. Happy birthday. I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's all right. Yeah, Mr. Gregory Cadet. Tony, this guy used to play a long time ago. Yes, I think he and another guy together brothers. Remember that?
I remember the name Together Brothers.
Man, that's a nice team. And back in the day, it was just records the fellas play, you know. Had a nice vibe. I think Ernie Sion was involved as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I hope he's doing okay. I haven't seen him in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Cadet, Tony, they had the Cadet's Photoshop on Hospital Road there.
Hospital Road right there.
Yeah, yes, right there.
Okay, so today is his birthday, Gregory Cadet. And he says Anne-Marie Charles of Leclerc. Not sure I know who that is. And of course, here this Shannon Elite of Babano.
Shannon, which one is Shannon now?
That's the Andre. He shocked me there, Maconetta.
One of your many offspring.
You know what I'm saying? But Shannon, wow, Shannon.
Yeah, maybe that's
Yeah. I think it's Gwendolyn's daughter.
Oh,
probably
okay.
Gwendolyn's daughter. Right, one of them.
So Gwendolyn has more than one daughter? I thought it was only one she had.
Yeah, she had a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morning, Gwendo. Hope all is well.
Yeah, and yeah, man. Okay, so it must be Gwendolyn's daughter, I believe. One last one. Is it one last one? No. Lorena Maida. Right.
Lorena.
Right.
Yeah,
man. Lorena says a blessed and beautiful day to my Rev-Up family. And how are you guys doing? Andre, great topic this morning. Kiki, blessed day to you. Tony, may you have a blessed and productive day. Guys, I'm home listening to you guys and feeding my cat a mango.
Wow.
And wrapping it up is Iphigenia Kitwana. She says, good morning, Andre, Tony, and Keena. Great show, Andre and Tony on the Love Zone. Keep being great. I'm listening and loving every minute of it.
And keep calling us Iphigenia. We really do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Very much so. Yeah.
Yes. Alrighty. So, Keena, did you hear the topic this morning on Love Zone? You didn't get a chance to listen?
Some of it. Yeah.
Okay. But you knew what we were talking about.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff. Okay. I wish we could stay a little longer, but my hand is beginning to get tired.
Yes.
So good thing I woke out.
Yeah. Very important.
It helps.
It helps. I'm sure.
All right. Okay. So, Keena, what do you have coming up on the show today?
After we have Rev Up the Homegrown, 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. So that's that. On the program.
So Rev Up the Homegrown is coming up at 11:30, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's Mondays and Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
Right. You got that, folks? Mondays and Tuesdays, Rev Up the Homegrown. That's how Tony says it. Rev Up the Homegrown.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's coming up.
As well, on the Rev Up Center, Julian Alfred is set to return to the 200 meters in London Diamond League. and we'll be tracking her performance as well. So that's happening this weekend. Grams Morgan's solo track lands a major feature in Tyler Perry's newest Netflix.
Which one of his
release.
songs?
I can't remember.
Looking
I
for
suspect
you.
it's the woman.
Looking
But-
for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Looking
yes,
for You.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
Looking
great
for
song,
You.
actually.
Yeah.
Yes. If
Yeah.
you're looking for me, you'll find me living the life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has a feature
I love
in
that
there
song.
as well.
You know, he has a song called Dream. Dream? That's a great song.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's a great song, man. Tell you about dreams, you know, you're having seeing yourself, how you'd like to be in the future. I love that song.
I'll have to
Yeah.
play it
It's a
today.
nice song. You like
The
it?
name of it is Dream.
Dream.
Okay, I'll play it later.
Yeah.
I'll play it later. And research says that nail biting is not a bad thing after all. It's not a bad habit.
Really? Why
it
is that?
could be linked to professionalism,
I-
perfectionism, and creative thinking.
I used to bite my nails so badly. When I couldn't get nails anymore, I used to go to the skin.
Ew, that's painful though.
Yeah, when I couldn't find nails anymore.
Ouch.
That was a terrible, terrible, terrible habit. So somebody said that's like be a good
Yeah,
thing.
it's a good thing they're saying, and it's linked to creative thinking.
Boy, I had to fight that. I had to fight that to stop that habit.
I'm
yeah.
sure you're a creative person in your own right, so maybe that's true.
What? And I had that habit for years.
When you were biting it, what was happening then?
You were thinking?
I don't
You were
remember. I honestly don't remember because a long time
They say
ago.
it's a nervous
I
habit.
let it go. And sometimes I'm still up to today. I'm a little tempted to do it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, of course. I just remind myself, I stopped that
Yeah,
a long
you
time
stopped it
ago.
a long time ago.
Yeah, but it was
Right.
bad. It was bad. I said I couldn't find the nail
I feel
anymore.
it's so
I find
bad
the
that-
skin.
Yeah, and it bleeds, right?
Yeah, I tell you, it's bad. And I know some people who still have that habit. Yeah. The sucking finger is another one again. Some people, right through their adult life, still sucking their finger. You laughing? You like that?
Me, I still, suck my tongue every now and then.
Yeah. Some
Yeah,
people
I
suck
have
their
a
tongue.
bad habit. Yeah.
Yeah, some suck their
When I'm
tongue.
about to fall asleep and I can't, then I go into that zone, boy.
Yeah,
Can't figure
yeah.
it out. You suck your tongue. Two
It's
things I can't
soothing,
figure out:
actually.
how you
It's
suck
very
your tongue,
soothing.
and how people do that with the throat to scratch the
Scratch the throat. Yes. I can do it, you know.
You can do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just
Can you do
sense.
it?
No,
I can't do that.
I can't
No.
do it. That's not what they do
I
to me.
don't know what it is. I hear people doing it. I'm like, how,
Yeah.
the hell, how do you do
Mama
that?
used to do that well, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that well.
So it's like if the throat is itching.
Itching
do that?
you, right? Exactly.
Yeah, if it's itching, then they do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As to what causes the throat to itch, that's
Yeah.
another
I have
question.
no
you know.
idea.
Yeah. To me, I don't recall me having my throat scratching me.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just do
sorry,
it?
itching me. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
itching.
just for me if it itches, I just you cough.
Yeah. But I wonder what causes the itch. I really wonder. But I haven't had that in a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ever happened to me. I can't remember.
So-
Right.
Yeah. So biting nails. That's interesting. Yeah. All right.
yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's been linked to creative thinking.
Okay. So what else now? That's it.
As well, the hate of the day, Rev-Up News with Andre Paul, and more.
Alrighty.
And in terms of of course, today second day for the new time of Rev Up the Homegrown. Almost all competitions are done, almost all. So it's just parties for carnival and so on.
Yes, but we're still going to get. I think there are a couple ads coming out soon. Of course, asking people to come out to jump. Yeah, come and view, come and view,
Yes, yes.
come and see what's going on. So that we should be getting that on Wednesday, I think.
So
And last night was King and Queen of the Bands.
King and Queen of the
Yes.
Bands, so we'll touch on that. Some creativity was on display last night.
All right.
And also, what's left? Road March. So we'll look at a couple of the songs that
That may make
probably
Road March.
just may make Road March.
You know, there's a song with I think a whole bunch of artists. Some
The Carnival Anthem.
Yes, that.
Cemetery,
A whole bunch of them.
Nerdy, Arthur Ale,
Sidale in that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are. They gave them a title. Is it Ambassador? Calypso Ambassadors? Something
okay,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Of Carnival.
It's asking, welcoming people to St. Lucia Carnival. I love the song actually. I
Right.
really, really
Yeah.
love
So
it.
I haven't played it yet.
I'll probably
love
include it
it.
this morning.
It's really good actually. I just haven't played it yet.
Yes.
Okay, so that's it, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, good stuff. So, hey, those of you who are checking us out on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, and also, of course, on DBS, thank you so much, for tuning in. We really do appreciate that. So, Keena is going to be with you, Keena and Tony are with you, partially Tony, for another hour or so. And then, of course, Keena for the rest of the morning into afternoon. Hassani, which is Zen the DJ, comes on from 3 o'clock until 6, and from 6 until 7 tonight, God willing, I'll be back here with Doctor in the House, or for Doctor in the House with Dr. Leonard Siraj.
That's a super show.
Yeah, every week it's good. The topics are usually very, very, very good.
Very good, yeah.
Okay. So this has been Hard Drive, brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Paradise, and Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. I have to say that because the last time somebody thought we were taking somebody's slogan. So it's efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Joseph Shipping Agency, call 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph Shipping Agency. Now, at JJ's Paradise, we are now offering day pass specials for adults at a cost of $75 EC and children $45 EC, which includes pool access, one free drink, lunch, buffet style, and dessert ice cream. Children over 12 years will pay the adult price. Book a room for an additional $165 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 721-7693, that's 721-7693, and book a day pass package at JJ's Paradise today. Towels are not provided. So the show also brought to you the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories